On this edition of Shelby This Week, Relay for Life. The relay event happened this weekend and we've got you covered. More jobs coming. An international manufacturing company has broken ground in Shelby and with it will bring hundreds of jobs. And the farmers market. The Shelby Township Farmers Market is now open and looking for vendors. We have these stories and more coming up right now. A big event that showcases community came to Shelby Township for the 11th straight year. Our Stacey Sansatera tells us why everyone was at Riverbends Park over the weekend.
Relay for Life is the signature fundraiser for the American Cancer Society.
We're the #7 relay in the entire state of Michigan, which is incredible for this wonderful hometown community that we have. We are here raising money and fighting back against cancer.
The Relay for Life of Shelby Township has joined together with the communities of Utica and Sterling Heights to tune out cancer.
And what's great about us is we just continue to grow. It's our community. Everybody here is so passionate. So just our growth every year is incredible.
Event fundraising is a huge part of what Relay is all about. And for one team, it has been a commitment that has placed them time and time again as the Relay's top team.
Our team continues to be, team members continue to be diagnosed with cancers, and so it just keeps us pumped to get rid of this bad disease. We do a lot of different bunco, garage sales, fun things. We don't always make a lot of money at it, but fun things we do every year. Once a month for that 11 months, we'll do a different fundraiser.
But beware, Charlie's Angels. There's a team that is about to give you a run for that money.
I don't know if we want that to come out because we're doing the sneak attack this year. Our fundraising is year-round, and this year something just really clicked, and we're going for Charlie's Angels.
Relay for Life is a true celebration of cancer survivorship, sending a message of hope that people do survive cancer.
I am a cancer survivor.
Woo. And is this your caregiver?
It is. This is my awesome husband, Michael.
I can see you're a big cheerleader and fan of hers.
I do the best I can. Keep her positive. It's really interesting to see how many people are going through this. And when you find out that a loved one has cancer, it's a shock. And all I can do is be there to support. And there's a lot of people that support each other, and it's just a great time.
Our friend Anjanette Cole started this 4 years ago, and she just recently passed away. This is last year from cancer. So we're walking for her. This is her team that she started.
Okay, why do you think it's important to come out here today?
Just to raise awareness to people who are battling cancer. A lot of people are affected by it, whether they have it or know someone else who has it.
Actually, my sister is the one who passed away, so I come here for my sister, helping them put it together. It's great, it's fun. They're doing jazzercise right now. It's amazing. Everybody's going to have a great time.
And as Gigi's shirt shows us, humor can be a potent way to cope with cancer. Combine that with hope, and anything is possible.
Well, it helped me, the first event I went to see other survivors. And actually at the table, eating lunch, one of the ladies told me she had a recurrence and she survived. So when I had a recurrence, I knew I could do it.
Is it all about hope?
It is hope and courage and just seeing other people doing the same thing.
For Shelby This Week, I'm Stacey Sansatera.
The goal was to raise $150,000, and as of right now, over $160,000 has been raised, making it the best year yet. And as the numbers come in, it looks like Cruisin' Till Done did take the top spot from Charlie's Angels. It was competition at its very best. An international manufacturer is coming to Shelby Township.
Good job, guys.
Grupo Antolin, a company based in Spain, has broken ground in the Cherry Creek corridor near 24 Mile and Shelby Parkway. The company is investing $61.2 million in what will be a 360,000 square foot facility and bringing with it hundreds of jobs to the community.
We're looking forward to actually about almost 1,200 new jobs coming in with all these new buildings, a total of about 1,200 new jobs. So it's going to be a big lift for Shelby Township, and we're real happy with the D'Agostini family who have just done a remarkable job building all this in literally in 5 years.
To create those jobs, Grupo Antolin was given a $3.6 million Michigan Business Development Program grant. This is the largest program investment Grupo Antolin has carried out in its 25-year existence in North America.
As you could see, what's been happening in and around this industrial park in a very short period of time because of our efforts working together kind of culminated with what we're seeing here. The largest industrial facility, manufacturing facility in Shelby Township. What an incredible statement it says for those of us that are in this business to say, you know what, we don't create jobs, but what influence can we have for companies that want to come here, make it easier for them to go, you know what, I want to invest in that area. So we've done that.
The facility will create door panels and overhead systems for the 2019 Dodge Ram truck. The facility is expected to be completed within the next 8 months. The Eisenhower class of 2017 gathered to honor one of their classmates. Students gathered on the practice field to spell out the name of Zach Saunders, a classmate who is battling cancer.
Zach's the kind of guy, he just really doesn't like being singled out for any reason whatsoever, and this is definitely no exception. He just wants to be treated like everybody else, but we know him a little better than that, and we wanted to do what we can to show him our support and our love as he's going through treatment. We just wanted to give him as much positive energy and just support as we possibly can.
They are doing whatever it takes to show Zach that they miss him and are sending their support. We certainly are wishing for a speedy recovery as well. Shelby Township had a student supervisor at the board meeting last week.
Good evening, everyone. I would like to call this meeting of the Shelby Township Board of Trustees to order.
Brendan Paulicki was recognized for being the top 5th and 6th grade student in the country, as well as taking the National Sweepstakes Prize. Brendan also won the 2017 Macomb Daily Spelling Bee. He served as the acting supervisor, where he was able to gavel the township board meeting. Congratulations go out to Brendan. If you're driving down Van Dyke on a Saturday morning, you may see a familiar sight. The Shelby Township Farmers Market is back on Saturdays from 9 a.m. until 2 p.m. from now through October. It is located at the Packard Proving Grounds and is a great place to stock up on fresh fruits, veggies, dairy, and much more. The farmers market is looking for vendors like you. Interested farmers, crafters, and artisans can join the market with outdoor spaces costing just $20 per week. If you are interested in learning more about becoming a vendor, you can call 586-943-5785 or email info@shelbyfarmersmarket.com. Still ahead on Shelby this week, award-winning Macomb County is taking home some hardware and a new trend. We'll tell you what kids are doing in school that could get them in trouble next.
Hi residents of Macomb County, I'm your Chief Animal Control Officer, Jeff Randazzo, and I just want to take a moment and talk to you about the Gibraltar Trade Center adoptions. One, we're very thankful to Gibraltar Trade Center for allowing us to do adoptions, and ever since its inaugural grand opening on August 29th, we have adopted out more than 50 animals every Saturday from 10 to 2. So if you are looking for a pet or family member, we'd love for you to come there. Again, it's Saturday 10 to 2 over at Gibraltar Trade Center in Mount Clemens. And we bring all the animals, the homeless animals, here from Macomb County Animal Control that were picked up in your community. So it's your way of getting involved, and thank you for all your support. We truly are blessed to have you here.
Macomb County has been the recipient of 5 Good Government Awards from the National Association of Counties for establishing efficient and effective programs that assist the public. The Health Department, Community Corrections, and Roads were the 3 departments that were recognized.
You know, I think the awards are one thing. It says something, you know, about the fact that you're out there, you're trying to do good work, and you're recognized for it. But I think what's happening here in Macomb County is people are starting to recognize the value-added proposition in Macomb County overall, not just as a government, but as a place to people that want to live, raise a family, and businesses that want to come here. So I think the word is getting out.
Some notable awards were for healthy cooking, hepatitis C surveillance and prevention, and the Gov Delivery Incident Alert Service. The Shelby Township parks have seen an increased number of guests this spring. ShelbyTV's Andrew Shelsky tells us why Shelby is benefiting from the closing of Liberty Park last year.
An unfortunate closing of a sports complex in Sterling Heights has resulted in busy times for Shelby Township baseball and softball fields.
Our phones have been ringing off the hook from field rentals to our adult softball program, which is totally full on every night. But the biggest surprise has been the weekend tournaments that we've been able to secure our fields for. Starting in mid-April and I think all the way through July, almost every weekend our fields are booked out through various organizations for youth baseball tournaments, softball tournaments. It's just been unbelievable, the response.
Liberty Park of America closed its doors after 32 years of operation. Owners claimed that they weren't making any money and they were going to have the property rezoned so a FedEx facility could be put in. The rezoning fell through, and now the park lays empty. But Shelby Township fields are the fortunate beneficiaries of these closings.
It was a 1,000% jump because we never really did that before on that scale. We have our own program, and we use Saturdays and Fridays for makeup games to extend the season. We reduced our number of games a little bit, and some input from parents and coaches who didn't want to play on weekends because there's vacations, a lot of things going on. We were able to keep our own schedule Monday through Thursday, opening up every single weekend. So we went from 0 to every single weekend being booked throughout the whole summer due to the fact that, one, we opened it up time-wise, and two, like you said, we talked about previously, Liberty Park closing down. And
the Bat Busters Swing into Spring is one of these weekend tournaments, and that they are very pleased with the condition and accessibility of Shelby Township fields.
We love to get the teams out in our area, in the local area, and Shelby's got some beautiful fields like Ford Field and Lombardo Park. There's some hidden gems, especially for the young ages, for the girls, to get out there and play. And we got a great grounds crew that does a lot of great work, and we've got Joe Youngblood and Mike Adams really giving us a lot of good. They did a great job in helping us put this together.
And now Shelby Township fields look like they'll be busy for quite a while. For Shelby This Week, I'm Andrew Shelsky.
Macomb County schools are cracking down on a new toy that is keeping some students distracted in the classroom. They're called Fidget spinners. The handheld toy is a small device that spins and turns in your hand. Some companies advertise the new toy as a way to increase concentration and reduce anxiety, but many teachers beg to differ. They say it's actually causing distractions in the classroom. Right now, L'Anse Creuse schools are asking parents to keep the fidget spinners at home. Experts say the fidgets have been designed for people with sensory difficulties or attention problems, but it's entirely up to the school if they feel it's causing problems. It's still not clear what policy Utica Community Schools is going to put in place. A new mortgage company has opened its doors in Shelby Township this week. MortgageOne is located on Village Boulevard, near Hayes and Hall Road. The company says it hopes to help people with residential mortgages and loan options. Right now, MortgageOne has over 30 offices in 4 states. The company says it's been able to fund over $1.1 billion in mortgage loans last year alone. This is their 4th location in Shelby Township. Coming up, playoff lacrosse. We have highlights from the showdown between Utica and Eisenhower and a Broadway performance. The McComas performed at the Senior Center with Broadway-like performances. Stay tuned.
Hi! You think you're probably sober?
Yeah.
But you're thinking about taking the back roads home, just in case. Why would you do that?
Probably okay isn't okay. Call a cab, a car, or a friend.
Good choice.
Seniors were treated to a Broadway-style performance last week. McComas brought their talents to the Senior Center, providing many skits from musicals seen on Broadway. They play many big shows across Macomb County each year, including 2 at the McComas Center for Performing Arts. The McComas are made up of scholarship college students from Macomb Community College. It's playoff time for high school lacrosse. Utica took on Eisenhower in the pre-regional. Our Austin Lass has highlights.
It's rivalry night at Swinehart Field for boys lacrosse as the Utica Chieftains take on the Eisenhower Eagles in pre-regional playoff action. Utica would get on the board first as Charlie Fromm bounces the shot home to put the Chieftains up 1-0. But Eisenhower would respond quickly as Nick Sutton rockets a one-hopper past the goalie, tying the game at 1 goal apiece. This time Anthony Fornari finds Jack Buzak out in front of the net for the easy goal, putting the Eagles back on top 2-1. And from there it would be all Eagles as Buzak scores his second goal of the game, putting the Eagles up 3-1. Then Dominic Fornari would put the Eagles up 4-1 before the end of the first quarter as he rips a one-hopper past the goalie. Now in the second quarter, Fornari finds Jax Egger out in front of the net, and he takes a shot, jumps, gets his own rebound, and then puts it in the back of the net, putting the Eagles up 5-1. And the rout was on from there as Fornari finds Buzak out in front of the net, and Buzak notches a first half hat trick as the Eagles' lead increases to 6-1. The Eagles would continue the constant offensive pressure as Alex Decker burns the defense, gets out front, and beats the goalie 5-hole as they take a 7-1 lead into the halftime break. It would continue to be all Eagles after the break as Fornari finds Buzak out in front of the net again, and Buzak scores his 4th goal of the game, putting the Eagles up 8-1. This time Fornari muscles his way out to the front of the net, and he scores the easy goal as the lead increases to 9-1. Sean Scott would add to the scoring onslaught as he takes the beautiful feed from behind the net and puts the Eagles up 10-1. Vaughn Shewell would make it 11-1 as he gets out front with ease and beats the goalie short side. This time Buzak finds Fornari out front, and Fornari makes it a 12-1 Eagles lead. And finally, Brendan Munro would dot the exclamation point as he scores his first goal of the game, giving the Eagles a 13-1 victory.
Our coaches have been pressing on us the entire season about possessing the ball for as long as we can, give our defense a break, and try to just tire down their defense. And, nice passes, move the ball around, and then try to strike the cage. And so that's what we did today, is we just possessed the ball really well.
We here at Shelby TV have partnered with Utica Community Schools to introduce an internship program. Students from the 4 UCS high schools will have the opportunity to earn credits while learning more about the video production industry. They will receive hands-on training that they can take on with them in future endeavors. And that does it for this edition of Shelby This Week. You can watch us online all the time on our Facebook page. Just search Shelby TV. We will leave you with more scenes from the Shelby Township Relay for Life. Thanks for watching.